Sherry?
The 48 over X? No.
No, it's not going to be 48 over X.
48 equals X plus 6 plus X5.
Now, I had some stuff over there, Phil. Tell me what I do first. How do I set up the equation?
So 48 equals,
All right, so that's the first thing. Phil says 48 equals what?
X
X
plus
plus,
6
all right,
plus
X plus, go ahead, plus what?
plus X5.
Almost. It says 48 equals the number increased by 6, and then it says the sum, which is the answer from addition, all multiplied by 5.
Okay.
So 48 equals the number,
Plus 6.
right, and the sum all multiplied by 5.
The sum of the parentheses.
Say again?
The sum is the parentheses.
Right. The sum is saying, because this X plus 6 is going to give you that sum, and then that sum is all multiplied by 5. Okay? So, how you guys going to work this one out?
48 equals X.
Now remember, once you get to here, it's all downhill from here. It is all downhill from here. And you did good, Phil. You figured out that 6 is what it's equal to. And now we got to figure out this next part, which is going to be crazy.
8. And you have to do 8.
Say again?
6 by 8, 48. It's not division though.
Let me know when you want me to show you how to work it out. If your head starts hurting, that means it's good. You know what they said? No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain.
You need to get rid of the 48 now.
Say again?
No, you're not. 2 plus 4 equals 14. Some of it is just the opposite. Like we have this one, 3x plus, 3x by x 14 equals 23. But this is the opposite way, right?
I don't know. You want me to show you a couple of ways to work it out?
All right, you do it, then I show you the way I have it. Go ahead.
Well, there's two ways to do it. So I'm gonna do two ways for you. First way that I would do is you have what is known as the communicative property of multiplication.
Yeah,
So
A
that means I can multiply.
by A.
No, where's 8 at? Over here? No.
No, it's not. Okay.
Two things you can do. The first thing that you might try is to get rid of this 5.
Okay.
How would you get rid of the 5?
You subtract.
No, because that's multiplying this.
Okay.
So you would need, what's the word?
Simplify.
No,
You need a reciprocal.
the reciprocal. So what's the reciprocal of 5? What's the reciprocal of 5, sir? When we're doing these reciprocals, huh?
1?
The reciprocal of 5 would be, watch this. I would,
It's 1/4.
1/5.
1/5. Okay.
So one way to do this, I would do 1/5 here,
And
1/5 here. All right, so that would give me, on this side would be 9 3/5 equal x plus 6. Because see, once I get rid of this, I don't need the parentheses. So these 5 cancel out. 5 times 5, 5 goes into 5 one time, so 1 times this, we'll leave that the same. So then now from here, I will get rid of the 6, minus 6, minus 6, so that'll be 3 3/5 equal x. See that?
First of all, you cancel the 5, right?
Right, that's the first thing I did, was get rid of the 5. So 5 goes into 48 9 times with 3 left over. So that's 9 3/5. So 9 3/5 is equal to x plus 6. I subtract the 6 from both sides to get the x by itself. And that gives me 3 3/5 equal x. All right? Now that's one way you could do it. Another way you could have did it, you writing this down? Let me see if I need more. Let me see if this is this. Uh-oh. Let me see, we didn't get my whole situation there. All right, so let me break down what I did. All right, we had this 48 equals x plus 6 in parentheses times 5. So what I did was first, I said, let me get rid of the 5 to simplify the equation. So I used the reciprocal of 5, which is 1/5. Maybe I stand on this side. I used the reciprocal of 5, which is 1/5. So when I go over here, that cancels that out. Over here, it gives me 5 divided by 48, which is 9 3/5. So then I have 9 3/5 equals x plus 6. Subtract the 6 from both sides. That gives me 3 3/5 equals x. Now I said that you probably could have used 2 ways to fix that. 2 ways. You want to see the other way?
Which was the easy way?
I don't know. So I think this one was kind of easy this way, but you might think you want to try. I'm gonna show you the other way. Can I erase this?
Yeah, I got that.
Did you copy this?
I already copied that.
All right. So another way you could have attempted this is do the multiplication. Do the multiplication. So you got 48 equals, so you got 5. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 6 is 30. All right. So now I still got rid of that 5, right? So now I can subtract 30 from each side. All right, so that's going to give me 18 equals 5x. And then I get the reciprocal, so it's 1/5. So I do each side by 1/5. And I'm going to get x equals 18 over 5, which is still going to be, if you divide 18 by 5, it's still going to be 3 and 3/5. Same thing. Did we get that? Yeah. All right, that's perfect. That's perfect. People trying to sneak out? You're trying to sneak out on me? You want to try one more before you go?
Okay.
One more before you go? You ready? A number times itself and added to 23 is equal to 219.
Okay, a number.
A number times itself and added to 23 is equal to 219.
Okay. A number
times itself and added to 23 is equal to 219.
Alright, so we have x.
All right, you ready? Okay. I'm ready to this. Okay, I have x.
You got times, it's like that one with the 2 on the top, no?
Exactly. Number times itself, go ahead.
Plus 23
Okay.
equals 219.
219. Very nice. So now what do we do now?
You tell me.
No, you know, I already told this is
Hard one.
this
That's not the thing, man.
this is the hard. That's the hardest part is getting the equation. That's what you're talking about. How can we convert words into algebraic equation? So you know how to break it into the equation. So now we got to solve for the equation, and it's always the same thing. What's the first thing we got to do?
We need to get rid of what, 23?
Right. So how you gonna get rid of 23?
Find the reciprocal.
Say it again.
Find the reciprocal.
No. What?
Subtract.
Subtract.
Yes.
Subtract 23.
Yeah. 23 on that side.
So that's going to be x equals, and we subtract 23 on this side. That's going to be 6. And this is going to be 9.
9 and then 196.
196.
That's it?
No, that's not it, because this is x squared
Right.
equal 196. So now we got to figure out what the square root of 196 is. So we know, what numbers do we know the square root of?
180.
You know the square root of 180? What's the square root of 180?
Square root is what?
So remember, the square root is a number times a number.
6?
What numbers do you know the square root of?
25.
No, the square root of 196.
What's the square root of 196? Well, here's the deal. This is what you got to do. You know the square root of 17 is 289. The square root of 16 is 256. That's too high. The square root of 12 is 144. The square root of 13, I think, is 169. That's 9. Times 3 is 9. 1 times 3 is...
No, but when you had to use the calculator on the test?
I'm listening. Alright, so look. Square root of 13 is 169. We got to get the square root of 196. I mean, 13 squared is 169. So I'm giving you a hint.
We just need to swap the two last digits.
No, so what? No, look. Look. Square root 13 squared is 169. How much is 15 squared? 15 squared, I think it's going to be 225. Let me see. 25, carry the 2, 1 times 5, 75, 0, 5, 1. All right, so that's all right, 225. So the number is between 13 squared and 15 squared. What do you think the number is? 14 squared. Let's look. 14 times 14, we got 4 times 4, 6. Looks good. 1 times 4 is 4, carry the 1 is 5. Then we got 0, 4, 1, 1, 9, 6. So that means x equals 14.
So what you did, multiply 14 by 14 immediately?
Yeah, because that's what the square is. Because remember it said a number times itself plus 23 equals 219. So we subtracted the 23, that gave us 196. So x squared is the number times itself equals to 196. So I told you when you're doing the square, you got to first start with numbers that you know. So you know 13 times 13 is 169. You know 15 times 15 is 225. 6, but we don't need to go higher, we need to go lower. So what's between 13 and 15? 14. So we try 14, and that's the answer.
Oh, because we need to find the square root of 196.
Right.
You know, just like that. Like, right? Let's say like x times. How would say it? Like, how would that even? X times not a number times. How was it?
You said number times itself.
Right. Equals 96, and then what is it?
No, right. This we started with a number
Right.
times itself, which is x squared, because we know what it is,
Right.
plus 23 equals 219.
Right, but if we don't have the 23 in there, and we just had the 196.
So x squared equals 196.
That's it, right?
Right. And so from the x squared equals 196, you gotta know what your squares are. So that's why I said the first thing that popped into my brain, first thing that jumped into my brain was 113 was 13 times 13. I know that's 169. So 13 times 13 is 169. And then I said 15 times 15 is 225. 16 times 16 is 256, but that's going too high. 17 times 17 is 289. That's going too high. We want to go lower. So once you get 13, once you get 15, it's got to be in the middle, right? We tried 13, it didn't work. We tried 15, too much. Tried 14, just right.
Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you, and thanks again. And I hope that this has helped you somehow. All right? And you know where to get it at. For the people that don't know my page,
Swan dive.
Swan Dive ENT. if you need to learn some math or some ESL or anything,
Enjoy your weekend, Roberto.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
you can always find me right here. And if you need to know something that I have not taught, just inbox me, leave me a message, and I will help you out. I'll set that information for you.
But wait, now it's different. Swan,